Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
Police raid multiple Catholic church properties in sweeping child sex abuse scandal. After a priest was arrested last month on allegations of child sexual assault, police have raided multiple Catholic church properties as they investigate the flood of accusations against multiple clergymen. By Matt Agarist, March 23, 2018. Saginaw County, MI. On Thursday, the residents of Saginaw County looked on as dozens of police officers raided two Catholic Diocese of Saginaw properties and the home of Bishop Joseph Sistone. The raids were carried out as part of an ongoing investigation into apparently rife sexual abuse in the church and their history of covering it up. According to Saginaw County Assistant Prosecutor Mark Gertner, the police raids were necessary because the church was refusing to cooperate with the ongoing investigation into a torrent of sexual abuse allegations. Contrary to the statements of the diocese and the bishop that they would fully cooperate with law enforcement, they did not, Gertner said. Therefore, it was necessary for law enforcement to use other investigative tools, including search warrants. As MLive reports, Gertner said search warrants were executed at the bishop's home on Corral Drive in Saginaw Township, the rectory at Cathedral of Mary of the Assumption, 615 Hoyt in Saginaw, and the Catholic Diocese of Saginaw offices in Saginaw Township. The scandal seems to be exploding the face of the church after one of their priests was arrested last month. Reverend Robert DeLand has been criminally charged after he was accused of sexually assaulting a 21-year-old and a child, both males and both in his Saginaw Township residence paid for by the church. DeLand's arrest sparked a myriad of complaints alleging further sex abuse against adults and children alike, involving other members of the clergy. The complaints date as far back as the 1980s, which have flooded police departments, according to investigators. Highlighting the breadth of the abuse, another priest was just suspended by the diocese after a minor came forward with allegations that he abused him. The diocese priest, Reverend Ronald J. Dombrowski, however, has yet to be charged. According to MLive, 6 years ago, Sistone was accused of misleading a grand jury by not acknowledging that he witnessed the shredding of documents that contained the names of priests suspected of child molestation in 1994 while he was serving as a church official in the Philadelphia area. He never faced any criminal charges in that case. The shredding of documents and failure of the clergy to cooperate with authorities essentially protecting child rapists should come as no surprise given the sordid history of sexual abuse in the Catholic Church. As TFTP reported last year, the Pope explained that the Vatican has a 2,000 case backlog in processing clerical sex abuse cases and says criticism of the slow pace was justified. But he says more staff are being added and insists the Vatican is on the right path. For victims of the alleged abuse, on the right path probably translates into, we're doing nothing about it. For the Catholic Church, arguably the largest religious organization on the planet, to know about 2,000 cases of alleged pedophilia in its ranks, and to be doing nothing about it, may be as egregious as the heinous acts themselves. The renewed pressure on the Catholic Church, and specifically the Vatican, stems from the resignation of Marie Collins, a sex abuse survivor who resigned in March from Pope Francis' Sex Abuse Advisory Commission. Collins said she quit because her commission, formulated to root out pedophile priests, was being met with, in her words, unacceptable levels of resistance from the Vatican. In other words, they were ignoring the recommendations set forth by the investigative and reform group. Now, it appears that this constant pressure is turning into results as police are actually investigating and making arrests in Michigan in spite of resistance from the church. What's more, as TFTP reported last year, after the #MeToo movement brought so much attention to the Hollywood sexual abuse epidemic, #Church2 renewed the much-needed scrutiny into the allegations of sexual abuse happening in multiple religions. As Twitter user Elizabeth Halford noted, after the #MeToo went viral, several of the nearly 2 million users from around 85 countries who shared their stories, were sharing account of sexual abuse that occurred at the hands of religious leaders. Following the hashtag Church2 with interest. Many hashtag MeToo stories at the hands of the church, Halford wrote. And me? I was made to sign a purity contract at age 11. And witnessed a man confess from the pulpit having sex with a child. Praised for his bravery. No further action. Hopefully, as the awareness campaign continues, the abusive clergy who remain protected by the church will be rooted out and brought to justice.
County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if some, if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say, actually, yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But, do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.